Hello and welcome to Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. Hello, Mrs. Farmer.
Mr.
How are you
Farmer.
today?
Good.
Your earrings match your shirt.
Thank you so much.
I like that.
I got these in Florida, remember?
Those are pretty.
Thank you so much.
All right, today we're gonna have a lot of fun. We wanted to be outside. I was getting ready to build a fire.
You were.
Looked at the weather. The weather said that at 7 o'clock, no, 9 o'clock.
Right. We had till
We
9.
had like a 30% chance. Well, at 4 o'clock, we had a 1,000% chance. Winds came in. Man,
was
we
bad.
could not
It was
get
a
away
bad
from
storm.
this weather.
It was bad.
We were at Kentucky Lake. There'll be some fish recipes shortly because we went fishing with Jim Doom.
You had fun.
But while we were down there, the night we got down there in those beautiful
Cabins.
cottages,
We're there 1 hour, sat down. You guys had pulled all the rods out. You were fixing
Put
your
new
reels.
line on.
We were having tea, just catching up.
You were
Lisa and I-
talking.
Yeah, we were chatting.
and they were talking so loud and
Right, having a good
using their
time.
hands, having conversation. And I said, does anybody notice how dark it is? And I looked up and the sky was pea green.
That's right.
And all of a sudden, boom, trees were down this huge, we saw swirling in the trees,
Right.
and these trees were just going down. Well, right down from us, just right down the road,
Right.
they filmed a rope tornado.
Yeah.
And that's what got us.
The marina
And
was kind of
the
destroyed.
marina was hit, so
Yeah. So you know what? We went to Walmart, and you guys said you wanted to do the shopping. So we let you go in the store, and I said to Lisa, I thought for sure you're going to come out with more fish and stuff, but you actually got lanterns, like battery-operated type flashlights. You got candles, vanilla
both
flavored.
military.
So we had
We're military. We
So we
know
had a
what
little
we're
bit of light for a while, but
So we got candles, we got lanterns, and we got the old oil lamps.
yeah.
So electricity was out for days
Right.
down there. But we did catch fish, so we do have fish recipes coming. Okay, let's get to what's going on. Nature surrounds us. Earlier today, we're walking around the yard. And you know what? What happens when you're out in the yard and you hear a bird sound? Well, it's a bird sound.
Right.
What happens if you hear a bird sound and you know what kind of bird that is? You're more clued into your environment. You feel like you know that particular species. You hear a robin call, you know it's a robin.
You're
You
good
hear-
at that, though. You're really good at
But you know what? I was
Doesn't-
raised like that.
Yeah.
My parents taught me. My grandfather knew these things. You know, he was telling me what a bee martin was.
Right.
And, you know, they had all the regional names. So as we were looking around a couple weeks ago down there, I thought, you know what? I'm going to share some information with folks. We talked about snakes on Facebook page because folks were asking.
Right, I don't like
And there was
snakes.
such a huge response. I'm going to show you something here. The other day, I noticed a brown thrasher. Beautiful bird. Now, the only thing you could really mistake this for, a lot of people might mistake it for a thrush. Thrushes are smaller.
Right.
The brown thrasher has a longer tail. They're very, you might recognize their call. They have a varied call, goes from sound to sound to sound. But beautiful bird. They stay on the ground. Well, I noticed one hopping around here. When I would go out to the yard,
Right.
it would stay just ahead of me, and I thought, we've got a nest out here.
We weren't sure where it was
So I looked around and I watched, and they became very comfortable
with us.
around us.
Right.
That's their nature. And typically, when they're around farmers, so on and so forth, they don't show much shyness. Next thing you know, we look out right next to the house, and I see her fly into the nest. Saw four little
babies.
Four little babies. And I began to watch them. So what we found out is that both parents, and I knew this, but both parents take care of these.
I didn't know that.
babies. Yeah.
They both take care of
Male
them.
and the female. So they go out and they stay right around this area. And they're picking up worms
Right.
and bugs and so on and so forth. They come right in, they feed the babies, and then I saw her, now this might sound a little gross, but she reached in, got something white from the
Keep the
ladder,
nest clean.
ladder
Keep
end
it-
of the
right,
baby,
keeping the nest
took it off,
clean.
and she would drop them down in the cedar trees down here. So basically, when that baby takes a little duty, she takes it out of the nest to keep it clean, or he.
Good mama. Good mama.
And they come back constantly feeding
Right.
those babies. A Natural History of American Birds is a book that I have and love. It's an old book. The first printing was 1925, and it has lots of nice plates, and it shows you what that bird looks like. And I've had this book for years, and I absolutely love it. But when you read these things that the biologists put in there about the birds, it's very poetic the way they wrote them. In early spring, the song of the male is delivered from an elevated position, apparently to attract the female. When the females arrive, courtship proceeds mostly or near the ground, so on and so forth. It talks about the fact they build a fairly bulky nest, 2 to 5 feet from the ground, lay usually 4, 5, 6 eggs. Like I say, the mother and father take care of that. Just so cool. Some of the shots we got of the bird flying out of the nest, standing there, looking right at us. Beautiful, beautiful animal. So, one thing I did see down the hill the other day, I saw our guy. Now, usually they're very shy about their courtship.
Yeah.
You know, they're doing this little dance like some of the South American birds. It's very, I saw him holding his wings up and his tail was up. So I have a feeling those babies got taken by the crows. And usually
Yeah.
they'll lay another batch of eggs. I don't think it's going to happen out here because once it's
right.
raided, they know it's not safe. But anyway, that's our take on the brown thresher. Is that not interesting?
That was interesting. I learned a lot.
We were also walking around and we saw some toads. How many species of toads do we have in Kentucky? We have 3. The ones that we saw, the little babies, they'd been down in the
They were
puddle.
tiny.
And they had just kind of hopped out of the water and were taking their trip. I was mowing and I saw them jumping
Yeah.
across the yard. Now those were either American or Fowler toads, probably Fowler toads. I'll see more of those than I do the American toads. And just stop and take a look. Cactus we have in front of our house. Huge
Right.
cactus. People say, where did you get that? That should be out west.
Yeah.
These are Eastern prickly pear. Guess what? Beautiful blooms. You can
They
eat
are
the
beautiful.
fruit. You can actually eat the pads. If you
Right. scrape
scrape the pads off, you can cut those into strips and they make you can make like green beans out of them.
Really?
So look around as you're out and about. We're going to drop one of these in. If you enjoy this, let us know. And we'll do the occasional little naturalist notebook type thing. And when we're around the farm, out on the way to the outdoor kitchen,
Right. There's always something.
we see these things. So anyhow, speaking of natural things,
I'm getting
we
hungry.
got a bag
That's right.
from Mac.
Yes.
So Ms. Farmer, what we got here?
Kohlrabi.
That's exactly right. Now you see this, I've seen these in the store and we've had slaws and things that I'm
Right.
that's what we're going to make tonight. Very good for you. Same family as cabbage, broccoli,
Right.
cauliflower, kale. Guess what? All kinds of minerals and vitamins in it. It's really good for you. So we're going to make something out of that tonight. Thank you, Elmwood Stock Farm,
Yeah.
for that. We're going to use beets,
Love beets.
carrots, kohlrabi, maybe a little bit of slaw. Now we're just making dinner for 2 tonight.
Right.
So we're going to make a little batch of that. Very simple recipe, but if you get a chance to get some of these, you see them at the store sometimes,
Yeah,
farmers
yeah.
markets, grab them.
Right.
It's good stuff. Very good for you. All right, so sometimes you'll go to the store and you'll see pork loin for sale.
Yeah.
You see the center cut and it's on sale, get it.
Yeah. Delicious.
Now, we've been working on the perfect steak for years.
Right.
And occasionally we'll find something that makes it a better perfect steak. You keep nothing is the same. Change it up every
That's
now
right.
and then. So I started thinking, okay, we do our steak now. We get it up to about 90 degrees in the oven, and we like it rare.
Yeah.
So then we put it on the grill and bring it up the rest of the way. Then we let it set a few minutes.
That's
then you got
good.
something good.
It's good.
So I have preheated the oven to 250.
Okay.
Now, at 250, what's going to happen? We want a big, thick piece of pork loin.
Right.
Okay, we're going to cook it just like the steak, but remember, technically, today, they've raised the temperature. You need to get to at least 150 degrees on your pork.
Report.
You need to invest in, if you're a meat eater, if you're a carnivore like we are,
Right.
you need to invest in a good, or not so good, meat thermometer.
Right.
What we do is we try to get this up to about 120. Got it on 250, and we're going to leave it in there for about 40 minutes. We're going to cut them thick, okay? Now, I like a bone in, too.
Yeah.
We couldn't get that because we were in a dead run. But we're going to cut this thick. I'm talking almost patty style. Now, we're
Yeah.
going to do it. We're going to do a show with patties before too long. I think they're rebuilding. Hopefully,
Yeah, I
that'll
think
be
it's
able-
all-
They burn down. They do a wonderful pork chop, and their bread
They make it like in like a little flower pot.
on a flower
I
pot
love
with their
their bread.
strawberry
Yes.
butter.
Yes, it's
Are
delicious.
you kidding me? So we hope to visit them. We
Yeah.
had this plan a couple years ago, and things kind of fell
Right.
through. And then next thing you know, there was a fire. Show me how thick you would like your pork chop.
Like at least that. Thicker?
I think about like that.
Like that? Nice and thick.
What do you think?
Thick
Like
is good. That looks good.
All right, let's do another one just like it. Because one is not enough.
That's right. We each need our own.
Okay, now look at that.
That's
that
good
not,
looking.
Is
That's-
that not beautiful?
It is beautiful.
Okay, while we're doing this, let's read a piece of mail we got from our Country Kitchen Facebook page. Someone said, how do you guys stay so slim?
They did.
They did.
Okay.
They obviously don't know
Because we hide. We
I
hide.
was sucking
We
into
hide
it.
behind the counter.
just now. We travel a lot, and whenever we travel, suddenly we're on vacation.
That's right. We eat anything we
So,
want.
no,
I like
so
to.
she says to me, we're on vacation. We
That's
can
right.
do whatever we want. And then we start eating ice cream and
French
hamburgers
fries.
and French fries.
Yeah. And you're so
almost-
happy though when you do that. That's right.
So anytime that we travel, and we like to travel, we're on vacation.
That's right.
That means we can eat whatever we want.
That's right.
Whenever we want.
And we're eating healthy though
And-
now. We're eating very healthy.
We're trying to stay fit. A lot of exercise. Working on a farm helps. Now, what am I putting on here? All right, wait a minute. Oh, Mr. Farmer, wait just a second. That's poultry magic.
On pork.
On pork. What do you smell? What's the first thing you smell there?
Thyme.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
It smells good.
Yes. Now, that's the thing. The thyme is the over-the-top thing you got. And probably just a little bit of, as I'm looking at paprika. Now I'm starting to mix up my own stuff. You do not have to go buy store-bought stuff.
Right.
I'm doing this because I want you folks to be able to say, okay, here's the experience that I want.
Right.
I want to kind of match what he's doing.
Yeah.
We go to a restaurant, we find something we really like. We want to come home and match that.
Right.
So I'm doing this so you can kind of match the flavor that we're looking for. If you look at his ingredients, it says spices, salt, garlic, onion, and paprika. It's not telling us a whole lot.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you everything.
But I know it's what I like.
That's good.
I know it's what I like. So here we're going to come back. Now that's obviously got some salt in it, but I'm gonna put, you need some salt in your pork. Put just a little bit of sea salt on here. Go along with that. And of course,
Your favorite, cow cherry.
cherry pepper.
You know, the Pepper Bandit sent us a letter.
Here's what it said. Looks like prison mail to me.
It does look like something from
It
prison.
says, Mr. Tim Farmer and your accomplices, Nikki and Kelly. Thanks to your show, I now get phone calls from people wanting to know where I keep my camel. They also want to know if I will give them rides. Thanks, Navy veterans who are mad at me for wrecking their submarine by grounding it on a rock pile. I've now been banned from the food department at Kroger's and Walmart.
He should be, though.
They stalk him when he's in the pepper. If I want to buy groceries, I have to go clear to Tennessee where they don't know me. I'm thinking about moving to Alaska and living off grid as long as I can get some black pepper. All donations for help to move would be accepted. Just send credit card number and bank account number. I have also been trying to keep the black pepper rehab a secret, but now the farmer is looking for me and his getaway cow. See, we've gotten to him. We've gotten to him. His pepper ways have been found out.
That's right.
So, back to this. You're going to be using this anyway, so there's no sense in getting your hands all dirty.
Yeah.
Because we got to handle other stuff. Does that make you kind of hungry right
I'm
there?
starving, as always.
Isn't that a good-looking
Yes,
piece of meat?
it is.
I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil on here.
To help hold everything on there for you.
Hold everything on. And when these are done, you have the choice. It's all up to you. Do you want to put some barbecue sauce on this? You can. I'm making some barbecue sauce too. I'm working on a couple different barbecue sauces now. I like the mustard vinegar base, as well as I've kind of got a sweet, good one out there. This smells so, you smell that?
It does smell really good, yeah.
I'm gonna come back with even more paprika. This is a smoky paprika chipotle.
That's good stuff.
And this kind of just tops it off. Oh, it gives it that nice smoky flavor. So now, Mrs. Farmer, we've got our oven up to 250. Now these aren't as thick as we've had them before, so I'm gonna check the internal temperatures at a half hour.
Okay.
And we're gonna see where we're at. So let's pop that in.
All right.
On the second shelf. All right, 250, boom. We were at the architectural salvage place in Louisville. And I remember my great aunt's backyard. She had all these wrought iron,
Love that stuff.
different
Yes.
holders for plants. And then she had the ball, the mirror ball,
Did
the
she?
blue on the
Did she?
stand.
Yeah.
And she had this beautiful garden area. Well, I remember those iron holders, plant
Right,
holders. What would you call them?
Yeah, plant holder, I guess.
Well, you saw those.
Yes, I wanted one.
And what was your
bad.
thought on that?
Please buy me one, and you did.
For
all my spices. And I love it.
Now let's walk out here and take a look at that. We needed some fresh parsley tonight, so this thing's overgrown. And don't forget to top your basil and some things when they start to flower. Just top that off, and that'll keep all the, instead of all the energy going towards the top of the plant, the flowers, just like when they top tobacco. Pop it off of there. All right, so that's going to be our last thing. We don't have any dessert tonight.
That's right, because we're being healthy.
Well, no, because we just came off vacation.
Okay, we don't need any.
Behave. So now, ta-da, we have a work area.
Isn't that perfect? I love it.
So let me show you a little trick here. You know what? The peeling on this, on carrots, the outer peel, there's really a lot of vitamins there. And you know, these have been washed thoroughly. Get a little dirt in your teeth, so what?
Yeah.
So we're going to make our slaw. So when we looked at what was in the bag, we had the beets,
Right.
and we had the kohlrabi, and we had the carrots. But hey, there's not one thing to do. Take a julienne slicer. Watch how simple this is and fun. Look what happens.
You do love
right
that,
here.
don't you?
And again, we're gonna eat the peelings on these. I enjoy doing this for some reason. I really don't know why.
That's fun. Look how perfect you're cutting these.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Nice job.
Now I probably cut those in half. There's a good start on our slaw. All right, so now
Put these in.
Now we're going to take our beets, and we know how good beets are for us. Now Nikki's holding the beets with a paper towel so she doesn't have purple fingers.
For days.
Now beets are such a wonderful, wonderful food. And people say, oh, you could eat those raw. Sure you can. You use all
beets.
kinds of salads. Nice, natural, sweet flavor. Good for you, good for you, good for you, good for your circulation. And they taste absolutely wonderful.
Yes, they do.
All right, let's put our beautiful, wonderful, colorful beets in with the carrots.
I'm trying to keep my fingers clean.
You know, we had mulberries out and the birds got every one of them.
Wow.
Every one of them. But birds got to eat too.
Yeah.
All right, now see
All
where
right.
we're going here? Now we're going to just take a little bit of the hide off of this. All right, now as you can see, the outside is tough, the exterior is tough. So once you get all that stuff off, you can come back and shred, shred, shred. Look at what we got here, Miss Farmer.
Looks good.
See there?
Yeah. We do continue.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
Now, one thing about these, the outer layer is really tough.
Yeah,
You
it
gotta
is.
get that off before you can.
But they
julienne
taste
them.
really good.
Oh, they really do. So look what we got here. Look at this wonderful mixture. So there's our colorful, beautiful slaw. Nick, you're going to keep adding that.
Okay.
And then look at that right there. That's all
Looks
we need
good.
first. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? So we got this cabbage sitting over here. What it said?
What?
Like, hey, what about me?
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
sorry.
So we eat them later.
We don't need you.
We don't. I think
We'll
so.
make soup out of you later.
Yeah.
But look, is that not beautiful?
That is pretty.
So let's go ahead and I'd say we got maybe half a cup of mayonnaise in there. We're not going to use all this.
Yeah.
But we're going to be making slaw in the next couple days for.
So there's even parts
for
of
some
sugar.
folks. Got a birthday party coming up.
That's right.
What is that? A tablespoon
Yep,
of both?
tablespoon of each. See
And
what
that
you
ought to
think.
do it. Smells right.
Smells delicious.
It's
That's
right
good.
there.
That's
isn't it?
delicious.
Now, if you wanted to put some people put a little celery seed in it. It's all fine and good. But I like it just like this.
All right. How much of this you want in there?
Let's go one heaping tablespoon at a time and just
All
see.
right. Just pour a little.
Yeah, see where we end up. We don't want to overdo it here.
Maybe a couple like that. See what you got.
And we're gonna let that chill just a little while. Go ahead. We're gonna need
A
some
little bit more?
this
Yeah, I
one.
think more. I think it's so good. It tastes delicious on it. And you know, the more it sits, the more flavor it's going to take on. Our
Let's
little salad.
put some plastic on top of that and pop it in the fridge.
I'll do it.
We've achieved temperature here, so I turn
Okay.
those off. Turn the grill on outside. Now, normally, again, I would put those on the Traeger on a high setting to bring some smoke across
Right.
it too, but I don't want to deal with the rain
All
and the
right.
mud, bacon grease.
From your bacon you made.
which is gone
Yes,
because we ate it.
that's right.
Hey, do you notice the new Lodge Chefs series?
I like
They've got
it.
the slope side.
I
and
like
the
it a lot.
handle. Oh, yeah.
Nice. And we're just going to get a little bit of vegetables for this. I have 3 tiny garlic cloves.
Our bacon,
Our bacon, that's
I
right.
might add.
And you can use as much of this as you want. We're just going to put a little bit of red pepper. We're just going to get a little
A little
bit
bit
in
of
here.
flavor, a little bit of color.
Yeah, a little bit of onion. You know what? I got to use my chopper because it's so much nicer. So easy.
Chopper.
That's right. My perfect little chopper. All right. I'm going to have you just saute these. We just took a pepper. You could do anything, you know, red, green, whatever. We like the red. A little bit of onion, a little bit
So
of
you
garlic.
put garlic and onion and red
That's all I
pepper in
did,
here.
yeah.
All right.
And I've already, this is a sweet potato, and it's kind of a, see the white sweet potato? It's an
I see
organic,
that. I see
yes.
it. This is just an organic
White
white sweet potato. I
Right.
love those things.
And what I did was I cut this into little chunks, like little cubes, and I already boiled it.
Right.
And I've let it kind of chill here, so it's going to be quicker for us that way to eat. What do you think? Think it's ready for some potatoes?
it's ready.
Alrighty. And this is just one sweet potato cut up, like I said, in cubes, boiled. I think I boiled it for 30, 40 minutes, and then I just let them chill. And we don't want to, we're not going to stir it a whole lot. We're going to flip it. So if you want to just flatten
Let
those
it
out.
get nice and brown.
Right.
Let them touch
Yeah.
on each side.
Because they're kind of cooked. Tala cherry pepper, of course, your
course.
favorite. Glenn's favorite. Got some salt.
Oh yeah.
And then our magic ingredient. Gotta have
We've
smoke.
been using this a lot here lately
Smoked
because it sits
pepper.
on the counter, and sometimes
We
when
love
it sits
it.
on the counter, we just use it.
But it's so good.
Chipotle smoked
Oh, it's so good.
paprika.
It makes it delicious. All right.
Wow.
Here's a flipper for you if you want to flip them instead.
All right.
Because then we'll do the other side when you
Now
think it's
tell you
ready.
what we're going to do in a second here, Mrs. Farmer, so everything can catch up at the same time. I'm going to turn this over to you.
Okay.
We're going to go out on the back porch,
You're going to let me finish this.
and we're going to turn these over and get them going. Then this ought to all come together about the same time.
All righty.
Beautiful spices outside.
Look how beautiful they're doing, aren't
That's
they?
your
They make-
parsley that you've so tenderly and patiently waited for.
And look how nice it is. It's nice to have fresh.
Nice. You know where it came from.
That's right.
Not anything sprayed on it other than raindrops.
And yeah, me just watering it. That's it.
That's probably about enough, isn't it?
Think so? Probably. Just a little bit on the top.
All right, let's plate this beautiful thing here. Tell you what we'll do, because we've already had this, and we know we need a little barbecue, so just a tiny bit.
It's got to be. Yours is.
Just a glaze
Yeah.
on the top. Let's take this fork here. Just grab it across. Oh, look at that,
Yummy.
Mrs. Farmer.
That looks delish.
Now we'll have a little bowl to dip that into if we want some
Okay.
more. All right, now let's take our potatoes.
I think they're pretty done. And I just kept flipping them and browning them.
Look at that.
That looks delicious. Isn't it?
Oh, she could smell this.
I'm gonna sprinkle them here. The fresh parsley. How's that look?
Beautiful.
Yum.
We saw all this come together. All of it fresh, all of it beautiful, all of it wonderful, colorful. It's a happy little slaw.
Yes, it is. That looks
Remember Bob
delicious.
Ross? Now, is that not pretty? I don't even
that
know
is.
if I can eat that. It's so pretty.
Wow.
Did we dare touch it? It's so beautiful.
Yeah, I'm starving, so I think we
You
should
wanna
probably
cut a
touch
little
it.
slice? Tell you what,
my
cut it right down
goodness.
the middle.
I'll do
Now, the
that.
great thing about pork now, you want it done, but you don't want it overdone.
Oh, wow.
And see, that's
That looks
probably
good.
more than I would normally do. You can actually have a little bit of pink on camera. But see how nice and tender that is? You
That's
don't want your
wonderful.
pork chopped to dry out and be absolutely, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look
Getting
at
us
that.
bite-sized
Still got
pieces here.
moisture. Look at the moisture in that. See that?
Yeah.
Still see a little pink in there? Look at the smoke rolling off of that.
How is it?
Tender.
Delicious.
Oh. The main thing about this is you don't want your pork to be dried up and like a
Right.
piece of shoe leather. So if you watch your temperature, we put it in there so
Mm-hmm.
it cooked up to 120. Then we put that sear on the outside,
That's good.
got up to 160, and we're good to go.
That's amazing.
Normally I'd go about 150. Now I'm gonna try these potatoes.
what
I
you
haven't had
think.
these in a while. That's beautiful.
Because the sweet, you can taste the pork from the bacon.
Oh my,
Wow.
Mrs. Farmer.
And you like that in the paprika? Isn't that good?
Wow,
How's your slaw?
that is really good.
That's really good.
You almost get a little bit of a turnipy flavor in there.
That's good. I like
From the
that too.
kohlrabi?
This is a good
And
combo.
you got the nice, oh, beets coming through now.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
ooh,
good.
Oh, yeah. So it's the time to tell everybody that if they want to be on our Facebook page, they absolutely can't do it because it's too hard.
It is difficult. You hit like.
Whoa,
Yeah,
is that
it's
easy?
hard. Yeah.
I think I might sign up.
That is easy, actually.
We got a bunch of friends on there. We talk all the time. We share ideas and identify snakes,
Yeah.
things like
Okay.
that. But also, if you want one of these recipes, I know where there's 2 gazillion. Where would you go, Miss Farmer?
I go to timfarmerscountrykitchen.com.
We never measure.
No,
Kelly
that's
makes us
right.
measure.
She does.
Sometimes when we forget, we go there and we say,
Right.
hey, we got X amount of spices to put in. We also show you how to do things,
Mm-hmm.
how to build smokehouses, the old time hog killings.
Right.
Great stuff like that. Half hour's up, food's
That's
getting
right.
cold.
I'm
So
hungry.
there's one thing left to say. It's all about
Good times
good friends.
and really good eats.
Let's eat this before it gets cold. See you next week with a brand new Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen.
To order a cookbook, email timfarmerck@gmail.com.